Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This will be part two on the 496 coming from New York, approved Marine. And this is your computer, as I did show on the first part, and I mentioned that I will need to remove the entire board from the actual bracket and everything. It was exactly the case. Um, for those that have not seen my website, just look for Mike Salazar Diagnostics. Yes, that's how my name is spelled, MAIC, and it sounds as Mike. In the first page, when you look for mysalazardiagnostics.com, this is where you will see, disregard those. This is from Diacom because we're about to do a test on the computer after repairs. But yeah, you see the shipping address and the click here to contact me. All right, so you can do that. If you want to scroll, you can scroll down the page and you will see a lot more information. Obviously, this is a full website and you can see custom calibrations, full marine services, and all PCMs, repair that I have done in the past, and so on, and all the videos that I always try to share as well in here, so people can see all the repairs that we have done. Right. Um, the easiest thing is just get here my address, click here to contact. This should give you an access immediately to the email, or you can click in Let's Chat and that will start the chat. The contact is better because you can get an email. If you do the chat, please leave your email in the information and I can contact you right away. All right, so that's just a short commercial, right? All right, so let's go into testing this computer. So I got Diacom pretty much ready to go as you saw there. And we have the oscilloscope. So I selected the same bits as in the first part. I will put the link in the description on the first part for the first part so you can guys go and see it. So I got the IAC duty cycle. The customer concern was no IAC activation. And I also noticed a very intermittent, losing the communication with the computer. So that's what I'm trying to address. I have not even started a computer and run it. So this is the first time for me after the repairs as well. So let's see how that goes, right? Because it's a little bit of an unknown on that cycling. So I checked the entire computer and I repaired most of the board, but we'll see. All right, so it's now running in idle. I got to adjust the oscilloscope just to make sure because the time is not correct and make sure I can put the trigger so I can establish triggering from 8. Okay, that's finally picking it up. So yellow channel, for those that have not seen, this is the tachometer. Green is one of the EST signals, and I have two channels, blue and red for the injectors. So it's running really good. I have not experienced what I see before, which it was the actual shutting off, and that was almost as a start. Let me see what did I do. The cycle is in zero position, so that's actually very different than before because when I had when the computer first came, the IAC duty cycle was at zero. I mean at 30%. But I have very low throttle positions on change. Let me change the throttle. No, it's actually changed. So this is actually completely different. And now we have 100% power. I was also referring that the 2000, oh, actually I went just to 30% and just activate. It just got an activation on the IAC. So you see that when, and this is what I like to keep things like this. You see when it's coming into 30% IAC duty cycle right there. So we're seeing it as it's working. I'm going to bring the RPM to, I thought it was like around 2000 or 2500 RPM that I had before. I'm going to go to like 220, 2500 and then 40% throttle. I think that's what I have in the first video. We can see the IAC duty cycle around 45%. You can see how that light now is nice and bright. So the driver is now fully functional. And one thing that I immediately notice is no more disconnecting. So this is definitely 100% repair. I'm going to leave it running more, right? Because we want to make sure that we let things warm up and see if we get that loss of communication. So this is one of my parts that I want to make sure that we don't get that. So far, nope. I just hear it one time. Uh-uh. It is doing it again. So that cycling is still happening. And I think I saw it on this. Yep. I saw a gap. Well, That one, it just happened again. I think that I want to put this in full screen. You see, right there. Yep, it is shutting off the I can see it in here as well. Let's see if the amperage on the computer changes. We got like around 450 milliamps. It went down to 350. You see that? And I can see the cycling in here as well. So nope, we still got a problem with this computer. It's not just that. I'm gonna have to analyze better. I'm going to flip it around in here so you guys can see a little bit of what I did on the repair. So I already fixed the pad that was damaged, replaced the drivers, the pre-drivers, capacitors, and some other things, but I can definitely see the cycling is still happening. And we can see it on this slide. That should not be cycling. This should be right now in a steady 45 or so percent. I'm going to increase the RPMs to see what happens now. It's still got 100% power, which is weird, but I can definitely see. You see the loss of communication in there happening? It's very, very constant. It has not lost power. I'm around 4,000 RPM, so I'm going to change the throttle around 50 and 56, and now you can see how now the IAC is in 75%, almost 76%, and this is really now getting bright. So that portion of this is working good. It has no more cutting, and the reason I put Diacom full screen is because when I'm sharing the screen with the oscilloscope, we were missing that, losing communication a couple of times. Again, I'm trying to reproduce or force the computer to show me more of what is going on, but this is definitely going to need a little more work. Things that I don't see happening before, well, definitely the IAC repair, we have 100% power. Before we got 90% power because the IAC driver was shut. And some of the circuitry internal on the computer. I'm going to bring it down to 2500 RPMs. I'm working late again. It's almost 9:30 p.m. I'm going to bring the throttle to around 40. I just feel it, and hopefully you guys saw that coming in there again one more time. So it's very specific in the 2300 RPM. Let me bring it down to idle. See if it does in an idle. That's around idle. I'm going to bring the throttle to a normal position, which is around 6% on these boats. All right, so we are now in idle reading. We can see the IAC working. So I'm going to turn it off. Well, let me just leave it a little bit to see if it cuts, because it seems like the cutting is only happening at 2000 RPMs. We got oil pressure correctly. Spark advance is okay. Battery voltage is fine. I'm just looking at the oil pits to see if I capture something that might cause this. Because he did not concern, his concern it was only the IAC, not about cutting or anything like that. And definitely the IAC driver and pre-driver and circuitry, because I mean, this computer took a big hit. Was there, it says, we believe it has a bad IAC driver. Please send back to, and not much on the writing. I always express this to all the customers. Please send as much as information of your concerns that I can then reproduce. Because sometimes I have a conversation, a good conversation over the phone, and it's hard to, I don't record conversations, so I cannot go back to visit those. So please fill me in again with your concerns because I get 80 to 100 computers a week. It's hard to keep up with all the conversation with the customer. So please help me with that. All right, so idle is not happening. So let me turn the computer off. You're going to see it on the screen how we lost communication. See, that's the same pop-up that happens when we lose communication. I'm going to power it on. We got, main power relay and fuel pump, and it does the prime. And duty cycle of the IAC went down to 0. So let me bring this in here so we can all see that from the distance. I hope that you guys are seeing that really well. And let's run this again. So yeah, the IAC is going immediately. Okay, it did happen when you see now again. So it is also happening in idle. Again, yeah, no, definitely gonna have to work in this more. All right, so guys, this is exactly what I want to show. This is for my records and also for the customer records, and you guys can see all the time and how much I put the effort to help customers sometimes if the damage has gone through the board all the way to the microprocessor, it might not be repairable. I can also recalibrate this computer. So I think that what I wanted to do is observe the areas of the microprocessor and the EEPROM. And might even recalibrate the computer because I don't see more hardware damage for the way this is jumping. I don't see, when a computer is getting shorted, let's say, when you have a problem like that with I, the first indication you will see is, amperage is, getting higher. I don't see that happening here. It has not done that hiccup. Let's call that hiccup, right? No more. So let's bring it up again to the sweet spot of the 2500 RPMs. I'm going to do this time a little different thing. So I'm going to bring it up to 2500, 2400 RPM, but not change the throttle position. You can see right there the light getting brighter. Without changing the throttle position, I have not experienced the hiccup yet. You will see it on that screen, right? All right, I'm going to raise the RPM now. Sorry, not the RPM, the throttle to around 40%. That's what I used before. So I'm trying to reproduce the same exact situation. So we got exactly 40%. No hiccups so far. It did happen one time. Hopefully you catch that, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do the one time. Hmm. All right, guys, let me just not hold you here forever and trying to reproduce a concern. This definitely is not ready, and I need to keep working on it. It's already too late. It's almost 10 p.m., and I'm trying to help us, like I said, all the customers, I'm trying to keep up with work. I just came back from training, so sometimes they don't understand that I also have other commitments that I need to keep, right? So, but yeah, I know people wants their computers as fast as possible back to them. I'm trying my best to do that. But yep, this computer needs more work. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. This is part two. Computer IAC is now working, but computer has something else. And I need to address that before I send that to the customer, the computer back, and then it's going to have a problem, right? So we don't want that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.